Hi everybody, we're back, and
Like every night.
and how are you? How is everything going?
I hope this
If
is
you,
helping.
yeah, if you feel like sharing anything, if you have like, if you feel like something has resonated with you, or it has already maybe changed a little bit in your life, we
Yeah, let us know.
welcome you to share it with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're sharing what's going on with us, and if you
Yeah.
want to share something, what's going on with you, please do so.
Yeah. What should we talk about tonight?
I thought how important it is, and because this is so controversial, the body in that we are living, right? How hard is it to feel comfortable in your body, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because on the one hand, we all want to feel comfortable in our body, but what does that mean? Sometimes you even feel embarrassed about wanting to have a beautiful body, because everybody goes like, oh, but like, this is just the outer vessel, and we're like, we're pure energy, and like, this is not so important, right? Like,
Yeah.
and then you feel kind of like embarrassed, or you feel guilty for wanting to
Look good.
have a beautiful body, so where's the healthy balance, right? Like, I mean, of course, when it gets too important, in if people start to train 6 hours per day and go to work 8 hours,
they become nothing but the body, then that's a little bit too much.
then you don't have no private time anymore, you don't have a social life anymore, you just spend time on
trying to look good for others.
Yeah, on perfecting your body, your outer experience or appearance, or even when people start to manipulate the body through surgery, and they have like one surgery and the next surgery and the next surgery, and they just can't stop, right? This is going into addiction, I'm just thinking this is really starting to become addictive then, and everything that is going out of balance is addictive. But it's so important to feel good in this body. Yes, we are energy, of course, but this is what is what we are carrying around in this world. We are living with our body in this 3D world, right? So we need to feel comfortable in
What
this
does that mean?
sleep, Yeah, what does that mean, right? I mean, like,
Do you need the okay by other people to make you feel comfortable? Or can you be comfortable in yourself, just in yourself, or do you need that, oh God, the hair looks good, and so it makes you feel good?
Yeah.
So it was kind of going back into a situation of starting to care and love yourself in a deeper sense. I had this feeling of love for myself a fair few years ago, and it was about caring for yourself. So I started to take away addictions and take away. Sorry, I've got a dry cough. Like all the things that you can become addicted to. That could be from coffee to cigarettes to drugs to partying to shopping. And I remember that one here was like so amazing, because it was like I was feeling just super good all the time, and I didn't need anything to feel good. And it didn't matter if someone said to me, oh God, you're an a-hole or whatever, and it's like, I know I'm not. I know I'm not. I'm trying to live my best experience. So, and this little session we're doing today is about you caring about you. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what the other person's going to say. This was the same we talked about a few days ago about the reflection in the mirror where you see of yourself. To love that, to care and love that.
Yes.
Yeah, the way you are. I mean, some people have got this. They're born with these amazing bodies, and some people aren't. So does that mean the people that aren't should be unhappy? No, that definitely doesn't. I don't think it means that.
No. It's like for me, but the thing is, when for me, I love to have my training in the morning, or if I don't make it in the morning, I'm trying to do it, somewhen in the day. At least every second day. Sometimes I have to skip one day because it just doesn't fit in, So I'm also I'm not going crazy about that, If I can't make it one day, okay, that's fine, yeah. But it just feels good, right? And then there are so many aspects that are playing into this. One is doing some like movement for the body, because the body wants to move. Yeah, I think everybody, we are here to move somehow. Even if you are, if you're sitting in a wheelchair, move your arms, because this body, it wants to move somehow, right? The other part that plays into this is food. What do you put into your body? Like, how do you feed this body, right? Like, how do you
What makes it feel good?
Yeah, or is that do you are you addicted to sugars to make you feel good? Like all these aspects. This is all playing into how do you feel in this sleep, right?
So what we're trying to come to, I think, is that the external sleeve is nothing of what's actually going on inside. So if you've got if you're feeling great and loving and caring inside, you're going to slowly start to not look at the external, because these things that we see from external, it's definitely connected to the ego, and probably the not so positive side of the ego, because some people are born with great bodies and some people are not, and that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? It's like, my mother was short, so I'm short. My dad was fat. I've got that in my DNA. What it is to be standing as high as a giant with your internal, how you feel inside, to be feeling grateful and to be loving you. It's really important. It's a really big aspect when we started these things. It was we want to share that so people can start loving themselves, because if you're loving you, you're loving everything. It's like people say it's the hardest thing to do, to love yourself. Try a cough. And after I did it for a while, it's really an easy thing, because you just really think, and you have this play with the ego, and you're like, right, do I need to go out tonight and drink a bottle of red wine? No. Like me, I don't. I don't. I was doing it because I was trying to escape certain situations. So when you stop trying to escape and you start to try to be present, you're going to start to realise that the things that you're worried about aren't really there anymore.
Yeah. So what is actually, then the question is always, you can do things to make you feel good. You can, for example, like I said, do exercises, move your body somehow.
Whatever you feel
even like if you jump around to music that you put on in your lunch room or something that's like whatever you feel good with. I feel good with riding my e-bike. It just makes me feel good, and it's at the same time exercise, right? then you can do something for yourself, nourishing yourself well, right? Like putting good food into your body. Yes, sugars make you feel good too, but just for a moment, and then the sugar rush goes up and then it goes down again. And we know that, everybody knows
That's
that.
a lot with just about everything.
Yeah, and then like you said, mindset, right? Like you were talking right now about mindset. How how am I towards myself? How do I see how do I perceive myself, right? All these things. So we can do all these things, but do they actually make us feel good? Or what do we like?
I think when you start to care about yourself,
So the caring, does that come first? And then you put good food into your body and then you do exercise? Or do you do exercise and do you put good food into your body and then you start to care about yourself? That's the question. What is, what?
Well, for me it was, because you got your mind and it's going like making a million thoughts a minute and stuff like this. And when I was looking after myself, there was things I was doing that made me, at the start it was feeling like, oh God, this is really hard, I could just go out and drink with the boys. And then I was like, that's not what this needs. This has been rejected for a long time, and now it takes a long time to start to feel you again. And when you start to actually do that, you will see after a little bit of time, going out and drinking with the boys wasn't really important anymore. Do you know what I mean? So
it's kind of like a process. That was for me too.
It's like a process.
I had, sometimes these
epiphanies. The ego. I think this is the ego playing, because like, oh, I've got to go, because it's also this community status, like like an easy one that I can take you through. I started fasting, and I can fast for 10 days, just like on water, or that, I'm like just one of these lucky people who can fast.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I was breaking the fast because, well, normally with my mum, and they just like, I'll make all this food and you don't eat, and you just feel like you're distant or not so social anymore. So you've got to find there's got to be a balance, because then you're feeling like, oh God, I feel so bad, and it's.
So what I wanted to say is, like for me it was also a process, right? Like, I had also this time where I had a lot of confusion and like my wild times, and then there were always coming these epiphanies, these moments of like, is this really what I want? Is this really where I want to go, right? And then you start to care a little bit more, like your mindset starts to change, and then you start to, like you start to nourish your body a little bit different. You start to, like think, okay, I should do a little bit more exercise. I think it's like always. It's a process, and it's step by step. It's kind of like waking up to certain things. I think there is no recipe how you can make
it's different for everyone.
How you can make yourself feel good. There are things, like I said, move your body, nourish yourself well. But if you're not in the mood to do that, it just doesn't feel good, if you're like, I just don't feel like doing it.
Nourishing the body for some people is like sitting there in the garden and reading a book.
It's also nourishing.
Or going for a walk with their dog, or they're like, it's all, there's 9 billion of us, and there's 9 billion different ways to how to nourish yourself, right? So,
But
if you have a little bit of physical pain, I could say, if you have a little bit of physical pain in a part of your body and you start to exercise, it's obviously going to help that physical pain to dissolve.
Yeah, but if the pain is too strong, you don't feel like doing anything. So that's like, it's always trying to find the balance, trying to find a path through it. Sometimes it's like, okay, I just don't feel like doing my exercises today because my body hurts or whatever. And then you go like, okay, but I'm gonna do it the next day, and then you have to do it the next day, right? Like trying to find, walking this path, kind of like trying to get there. And sometimes you go a little bit off and then you come back to the path and stuff like that.
Movement is movement.
But what,
movement is movement.
yes, but what you actually said, most important is don't listen to others, don't listen to people that want to make you understand that, this is not the right way, or
this is the right
don't
way.
look the right way, or you shouldn't feel happy because your body is not perfect, or whatever it is. Don't look inside, what actually resonates with you. Am I happy with this? Am I really happy the way I look? If that's so, perfect. If not, change it, go for it and change it.
You had a sore hip, and there was painful for you, I remember, to do some exercise. But what you found is when you did exercise and you were moving this part of the body, the hip, it was getting better and better. It's painful at the start, of course, because it's like, but
it was a quest.
The body it's a machine style thing, so moving it, I'm not saying do this 1 million times, but if you can't touch your shoulder and you can only go to there, okay, that's okay, just sit there doing that. The body will change. I used to have 52 millimeter ears. It's like 2 inch. The body changes when it's given time. It will change, and anything that's physical will help you diminish any kind of physical pain. I've put my back out. Movement. They said to me, you just got to be moving, mobile, moving.
And you have to find, that's the thing, many times like physiotherapy and doctors, and they tell you do this and do that, and I had so many times where I was like, oh, it just doesn't help, and it's so frustrating. You have to
find your
way. Put in the time, put in the work, find out, look, move your body and listen what your body says, try it out and try it differently, and, find your way how to do it, how you see, okay, I have a little bit of, I have a little bit of improvement, and then you go next step, and then you go the next step. It's really about, nobody can really tell you how to feel good and how to feel healthy and how to get better. You have the recipe inside of you.
This is what we were talking about.
You have to listen to yourself.
In the last stage, you got to start looking inside. All the answers are inside, and also when you meditate or something like that, it's just dark. All the answers are in there. All the answers are inside of you. So when especially if you've got some kind of like physical pain or something and you're trying to stretch it out, or you're trying to, don't overexert yourself and be sore the next day, because that means you're going to miss 3 days of being able to do it again. Just do a little by little.
Yeah, that's
this is
also
a big thing of patience also. Patience is like a beautiful
that's the trap.
Commandment.
Yeah.
Be patient with you, and believe in you. Believe in you, because a lot of to say people aren't hurtful or anything like this, but some people are like, oh, this is how you have to be. No one actually has to be like anything apart from what they want.
We have our healing properties inside of us.
Everything.
We have a huge healing like it's big. Like everything that we want to heal, we can heal. If we set our mind on it. And do some physical things with that. Everything. We we don't really need doctors. Yes, of course, like doctors.
Some people need that white person, the white coat,
and also,
to make them feel good.
sometimes you need some medication. I don't want to say anything against that.
But like also in India, they've been doing naturopath for years and years, and everyone's healthy. They do it in a natural way. It's in the Western world, we're just like, just taking on a pill, it'll be right. You'll be
it's
fine.
our
It'll be
program.
Like, and then the pill could even just be a sugar tablet, just because he told you to do it. It's making you feel better. So it just goes to show, how the mind works. So if
Yeah.
you're in a believing state, everything can change.
Yeah.
If you're in a non-believing state, doesn't matter if I'm giving you blocks of gold, nothing's going to change. You know, so this is the whole. Well, I'll kind of say like a way to be able to trick the mind in some kind of way, to be able to trick the mind and make it feel good, you will have good results.
You
If
have to catch
Yeah.
the negative little monkey mind, and
Yeah.
All right. So,
That's all we're going to discuss tonight.
if you feel like,
Dropping a
you know,
comment.
you would like to have, you know, like something
discussed.
discussed, or if you feel like there's something that you would like to understand a little bit deeper of what we said, drop a comment.
Yeah. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice if someone also has like some kind of issue, and they'd like to discuss it. We can
Yeah.
have an open discussion, because we can put you on
Yeah,
on
please.
our and we can
Whatever
discuss
you
things.
want to talk about.
Yeah, we're here to heal each other.
Yeah, let's
That's what
talk
it's
and
about.
let's get better and let's grow and become abundant.
It's abundant with noise.
We love you so much,
Yeah.
and we're sending our light and love to
Yeah,
everyone
totally.
right now.
Yeah,
I hope you received it.
yeah. Bye bye. See you
See
tomorrow.
you tomorrow. Bye.